Small forward, Jayson with the Knicks. At center, Rudy Gobert. At the other forward, Julius Randle. At the other guard, Anthony Edwards. The head coach of the visiting team is Chris Finch.
Warriors fans, it's go time! Let's get hyped and make some noise as we welcome the big Golden State Warriors! At small forward, 6'5", number 4, Monetization. Starting at shooting guard, 6'4", number 2, Brandon Podchipsky. In the middle, 6'6", number 23, Trade. At the other forward, 6'7", number 10, Jimmy Butler. At guard, 6'3", number 30, Stephen Curry.
We have arrived at Game 4 of the Western Conference Semifinals, and we're set to bring you all the action right here on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. How much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball park?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Now here's Conley. Outside for Randall. Launches a three. Hauled in by Curry.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Butler finds Curry. Now here's Green, defended by Gobert. Inside. Randall against Butler. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Boy, that's just deflating for the defense. I mean, staying tight on Butler, but still not able to prevent the basket.
Now here's Edwards. Outside Conley. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Right there, Conley working his magic inside. He is crafty near the rack.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podchipsky with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Now here's Edwards. Shot clock at 5. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it.
Good on the second, so he makes them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Curry against Conley. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Outside Pajemski. This one for three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, you know what? This is exactly what Curry gives you. He can handle it, score it, pass it. He gives you an expanded menu.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. And here's McDaniels. Moody defends. Pass to Conley. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Conley's got his second basket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Conley. The three ball. Rebound Minnesota. Edwards looking for an opening. Outside McDaniels. The 11-footer. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Conley's got 6.
A versatile shooter like Conley can make the mid-range work for him, even if it's not his best shot.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Time to get loud and make some noise for your Warriors dance team.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moody. Payton's checked in for Pajemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Jackson Davis. Shoots over Reed. Jackson Davis with the bucket.
Butler really sees the floor and finds his opportunities to move that ball around. A true team player.
Minnesota in the lead. DiVincenzo with it. Outside, Alexander Walker. Reed, a screen on Payton. 5 to shoot. Back to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And the Warriors pushing it up now. And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Clark. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Randall, pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall.
I agree, no warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
You know, to be a high-volume shooter like Buddy Hield, you have to have a lot of self-confidence, Clark.
Well, not just self-confidence, B.A. You better have the ability to knock down shots, and Buddy Hield has that in spades. He can get it done from any direction he needs to, going right, going left off the catch. He can dribble into the three on occasion. That shot he's got is pure.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Everybody knows about how Buddy Hield is an incredible three-point threat. But what I love, here's a guy with a bunch of years playing 80 or more games. Love that durability. He's ready to go whenever they call his name.
Minot's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he can't hit the second.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Pass to Payton. Here's Curry to the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Here's Minot. Outside Edwards. Rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Payton. No points so far. Pass to Hield. Oh, there's the alley. Here we go. Alexander Walker with it. Payton covering. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
The ever-expanding skill set of Edwards. Nice dish right there.
Warriors trail by 3. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Back to Moody.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Curry looking it over. It's Podziemski on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Podziemski's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, Steph Curry is not always looking for his next shot. He's got a selflessness about him that's inspiring.
Now here's Conley. He's got 6. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Conley. Picked by Gobert. 6 to shoot. Conley against Curry. The shot by Conley, no good. Outside Curry. Now Moody. Outside Curry. Butler on the wing. Puts it up from 17. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And this is Jimmy's sweet spot. He loves finding room to shoot that mid-range jumper.
Outside Edwards. Gets some space and parries the jumper. Edwards has got 7 points in the game.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Pass to Green. Inside. Moody gets one inside.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Outside Conley. 29 seconds left in the first half. Here's Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Brandon Pajemski.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
First free throw is good.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Fields checked in for the Warriors. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Butler with emphasis.
Throwing it down in style. Butler playing with a lot of force.
Edwards for 3. Rebounded by Green. Pass to Butler. Outside Moody. Fires the 3. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Warriors on top. They lead by a bucket. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hey there, everybody. Halftime of Game 4 upon us, and it's a close game so far for the Golden State Warriors.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. Game 4 is always important. But does this game mean a little more to them, Shay?
No doubt, Ernie. If they lose this series, it's finito. Done. They're not coming back.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Here's Pajemski. Outside Curry. Stolen by Conley. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. And there's the lay-in. Conley's got 8.
Nice hustle from Conley that time. When the break is available, he really gets after it.
Outside Pajemski. Outside Butler. Down low. Pajemski's shot is good. Pajemski's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's Gobert. Still no points. Outside Edwards. It's good! Edwards strength.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Maybe alter some of the game plan. Shot clock at 5. It's blocked by Gobert.
So good at finding these spots. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
Conley passes to Edwards. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Now here's Curry. No good there.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Edwards, a pass to Conley. Gobert with it. Green covering. Butler against Randall. Back to Gobert. And stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Pass to Moody. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Randall against Green. Randall, pass to Conley. For the lead. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Conley. Edwards got 13 now.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Pajemski with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Curry, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Curry against McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Here's the teardrop. Oh, Green with a block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's Minnesota. They lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Edwards against Hield. When the whistle blows, it's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Ingles is checked in. The Warriors trailing. Outside Curry. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Working that in-between area. Steph likes to keep the defense on its heels.
Minnesota shooting around 53%, a nice number. DiVincenzo against Curry to the paint. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo.
When Butler hits this shot, he's impossible to defend.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hot squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Who wants a free t-shirt? Nation, let me hear you.
To hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And Coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
And Allie, thank you for that. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Left side, Edwards. Here's Randall. He's off on that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. To the middle. And it's Butler with the jam.
You know, we can't measure heart. He's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
To stop the run. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover. Doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Edwards.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Outside Butler. Back to Podziemski. Fires the three. And Conley grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the shot's good.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? go. I like offense.
Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Conley. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. McDaniels with it. Now guarded by Moody. Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. And that one goes in as he's fouled. Watch if he converts the free throw. Free throw no good for Edwards. Here's Randall. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Green up top. Back to Moody. Pass to Butler. Curry against Conley. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You got to be careful how you guard Curry. Because he's so skilled with the ball and as a shooter, he's able to figure out ways to draw fouls.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a lead.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a two-point ball game.
Making them when it matters most. Those trips to the line can build some confidence.
Now here's Edwards, defended by Pajemski, to take the lead. And connect from downtown.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. The three from Curry, and that one's good. And Green with the assist.
I'll tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
And here's Minnesota now, trailing by 2. Right side Edwards. Goes back up. Money. A huge shot to tie it up.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Curry against Conley. Curry's shot is off. Minnesota with the ball. Here's McDaniels. The rebound by Moody. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Here come those t-shirts. Dub Nation, make some noise. Let's get stand up and make some noise.
And here are the Warriors now. Outside Curry. Green with a screen on Conley. And here's Curry for three. Off target from downtown. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
It's time for Knicks fans. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Bust and move. Make some noise. We are the
Edwards fires from way outside. Oh, no good. We're headed for overtime. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Picked by Gobert. Takes the three. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Conley against Curry. Green with a screen on Conley. The three from Curry. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Randall pass to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Fires for three. The kick out to Edwards. Another shot. And right on target. Edwards has got 27 points.
You know, we need to keep seeing this from him. It's encouraging to see him sink the mid-range J there.
Here's Curry. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Edwards with it. Now Pajemski defending. Edwards can't hit. Left side Curry. Pass to Butler.
And Butler just excellent at finding ways to get to the stripe, especially when he's near the basket.
team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within 2 here. Butler hits them both. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Second chance effort, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Staying strong against the defense. Rudy insists on getting that shot off.
Taking 2 shots.
gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Calm under pressure, and every point here means a lot.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Curry with it. Randall's in his pocket. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And he sinks it. And that one brings him within one.
You see why they trust Curry. I mean, give him the rock and let him make a play.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? If he misses at the stripe, they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making. Shoot two.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Nation, time to get up and make some noise. Here come those three teachers.
Passes to Moody. Now here's Pajemski to the inside. Green. And it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. Shoot 2.
Free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
The whole arena knows they need a three to force another overtime.
Pass to Butler. Over Randall. Count it! And that one brings them within one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, these hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Minnesota has possession, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Team scores. At the line to the Timberwolves. Conley. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game. Curry from deep 3-point land, and the miss. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. And with this win, they'll jump out to a 3-1 lead in the series. A commanding start.
And they can't afford to take their foot off the gas pedal. The job isn't done yet, but it's close to being all she wrote.
Time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference playoffs. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here is Conley. To Gobert. To the paint. Edwards, no good. And it's the Warriors' ball. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
Well, this has to be a frustrating loss because they actually played well, but it still wasn't enough for them to get the win.
McDaniels against Green. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Outside Butler. Curry kicks to Butler. They set the pick. over Edwards. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Back to Conley. Edwards inside. He's defended by Podziemski. And there's Edwards on the assist by Conley.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now McDaniels to the middle. Here's Edwards. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Edwards got 7 points. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Here we go. Make some noise, man, for your Warriors. 16.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fields checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Alexander Walker's checked in. .135 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Green. To the inside. Here's Butler. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight cover. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going. And those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Now, here's Moody. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Three-pointer. Butler connects from three-point range. Butler's got his second basket of the game.
Shot IQ has always been a strength for Butler. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
Randle against Butler. Randle passes to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Podziemski grabs the board.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Hield sets the pick for Green. Pass to Podziemski. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker with the ball. For Hield, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves lead by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State, trailing by 5. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. And the call will go against Jonathan Kuminga. And it's his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Minot's checked in.
Timberwolves substitution. Number 8, Josh Minot.
Alexander Walker finds Edwards. Off target from three-point range.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And Kuminga throws it down.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
The Warriors trail. Tatum drives in. Break every year. Injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And it's tied up with that one. And the Warriors with some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Alexander Walker. No good on the second free throw.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. Outside Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Pajemski. It's good on the putback.
Edwards, a force. Man, that was nasty.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pajemski finds Green. Back to Pajemski. Conley against Curry. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Now Curry. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Break it up again, Dalmatian. Here they come, the GS Breakers.
Checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody comes in for Peyton. And Hield subbed in for Stephen Curry. And then for Minnesota, Randall's checked in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Edwards. For Minnesota. They've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. DiVincenzo finds Conley. Now here's McDaniel. Defense is right there. Randall with the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the score by Golden State. Randall against Butler. Shot clock at 6. Randall right side. Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter, and that one's good by Butler.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
Here's Conley. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. Conley will go to the line here. It's on Jimmy Butler. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Gary Payton has checked in for the Warriors. And that one falls for Conley. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Butler feeling it out a bit. Over Randall. Out to Payton. Pass to Pajemski. Green with a screen on Conley. Here's Pajemski. Buries the long-range jumper. Pajemski's got himself on the board with 3 there. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Warriors ahead. They lead by 1. Live from Chase Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no game so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
In a game this close, you want to attack the paint. Get yourself some easy looks. Get to the line, man. Get to the line.
Yeah, they've become addicted to the jump shooting. We have seen teams win that way, but inconsistently.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think, if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and then not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we return again with more playoff action from the Western Conference semifinals. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA, and you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP as an international player. I had Vito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Now Moody, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
McDaniels fishes the count. 17-foot shot on the way. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Conley.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Now, here's Moody. Hasn't made one yet. Going inside.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Give it up for your Warriors, Junior Jayson.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Down low. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
That's how you know Conley is right out there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for one.
And Gobert knows his role on this team. Rebound, block shots, and look to score near the basket.
Podziemski with it. Edwards defending. Green, the pass to Moody. Outside Curry. Beyond the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Randall passes to McDaniel. Back to Randall. Pocket 6. A 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. That's to Curry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Payton, he's checked in for Moses Moody. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Shoots over Curry. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Podziemski. Butler, a screen on Edwards. Here's Podziemski on the money from 12 feet away. Podziemski's got 5.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Count it. Good. Gobert's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Curry against Conley. Curry looking it over. Here's Podziemski. Edwards defending. Outside for Curry. For three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Gobert with a screen for Conley. To Gobert. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Here's Podziemski. And no good. Great D that time from Edwards. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Oh, Edwards! Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Three-pointer, Payton. Wow! Huge! Buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Curry against DiVincenzo. Here's the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. DiVincenzo's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves. And he takes that one up and powers it through. To Curry. Takes a 3. Reed with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Payton.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Hield. And the first shot of the night for him missing. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. Good on both.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Pass to Podziemski. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Curry is inside. Working on McDaniels. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Draymond Green. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Oh, here's Edwards. 1:46 left in the fourth. And it's good off the back rim and in. Edwards got 4 points now in the court.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Curry. Over Conley. Curry shot is off. Randall against Green. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Now here's Curry. Curry gets it to go inside.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Edwards, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. A critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Tries the spin move. Here's Curry. Takes it inside. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Oh, here's Edwards. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
No good on that one.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
You just can't fall for Butler's shot fake. Once he has you up in the air, he is really skilled at drawing the foul.
Makes the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And so Butler nails both of them. Here's Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. And now they foul and stop the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
The Warriors with possession here. It's a 3-point game. That's a 2 from Butler. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. 7 seconds left in the game. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You can see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Both of these teams get the benefit of having a deep roster.
Yeah, it's a luxury these days, honestly. Resting stars, truly trusting your second unit, all keys to a successful and well-rested squad.
Now here's Conley. McDaniels passes to Conley. Butler against Randall. And it's in there.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Now here's Edwards. Three-pointer, no good. Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to McDaniels. Beyond the arc. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Now here's Randle. That one no good. Green with the defensive effort. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. And it's Butler with the jam.
When Butler is cleared for takeoff, just get off the runway.
Edwards looking for an opening. Randall on the screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler. Minnesota shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Taking 2 shots.
Down the first one.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
That one's no good. Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Here they come, the GS Breakers. The next is your GS Breakers.
We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Conley against Curry. Now here's Conley. He's closely guarded. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
Outside Butler. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Now Edwards. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw drops for Randall. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Moody. Payton's checked in for Podziemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Stephen Curry. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Good on both.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Randall against Butler. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
Yeah, an assertive move there by Butler. Shaking off his defender and finding the bucket.
DiVincenzo pass to Reed. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis. Butler with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. And he jams it home with authority.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Randall. And he drives in. Back to Alexander Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Butler against Randall. Butler with the ball. From downtown. It doesn't go for him. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Warriors on top, leading by just 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the paint. And Reed with a basket on the assist by DiVincenzo.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Hield against Edwards. Kuminga with a screen on Edwards. Outside Hield. Jackson Davis a screen. Let's go with a 3. Buddy Hield. That one's good. Hield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Comes right off the pick and knocks it down. Great use of the screen by Hield.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Curry, that's good.
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
It's time for Knicks Hand. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Bust and move. Oh, yeah.
Podziemski comes in for Kuminga. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Alexander Walker. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Reed. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. The three. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Outside Payton. Curry surveys.
2 minutes remaining.
Inside. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And the basketball IQ that Curry possesses is special. Capable of shredding the defense in a screen roll.
You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Nation, time to make some noise and welcome out your Warriors Knicks team.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler comes in for Payton. And Moody is subbed in for Stephen Curry. Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Anthony Edwards. There's a minute 26 left to play in the first half. Here's Butler. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Butler's got 6.
Putting his body to work in the paint. Butler using his athletic skills to get it done.
McDaniels passes to Randall. 59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Gobert inside. Green covering. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Dillingham's checked in for DiVincenzo.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 4, Robert Dillingham.
50 seconds left in the first half. McDaniels passes to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. Second shot opportunity. The Frenchman, Gobert.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Can't get it to drop. McDaniels with some nice D. Randall outside. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Can't get it to fall.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Gobert against Butler. And Butler inside.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Warriors ahead, up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot. You are so close. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Thanks for joining us for Game 4. At the half, some ground to make up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think, if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and then not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Continuing our coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. Glad to have you back. Without question, Jimmy Butler displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Curry. Curry on the drive. Stolen by Conley. Outside Edwards. Outside Conley. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Here's Conley. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And when we talk about players who impact winning, Draymond Green is high on that list, RJ.
And the amazing thing, his career scoring average is in the single digits. Draymond does it with his passing and directing the defense and gives his teams energy.
Randall outside. Buries it down low. Randall's got 6. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hot squad. Get loud and let them hear it. It's T-shirt time. Dub Nation, get loud if you want one.
Jackson Davis is checked in.
32, Trace Jackson Davis.
The Warriors leading. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Curry passes to Butler. Outside Pajemski. From outside the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Warriors lead by 5.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Moody defends. Edwards, a pass to Conley. And there's the rejection. Down low. Here's Curry. Curry with the big motor. Finishes in transition.
Understanding where he needs to be, Curry way out ahead that time.
And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. 7-point differential.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. To the middle. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Trace Jackson Davis picks one up.
First team foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And some changes here for the Warriors.
One shot.
Dominga, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. And Payton is subbed in for Moody. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
And that one falls for Gobert. 1:51 left in the third. The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Curry. Launches it. Shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Randall. Hauled in by Curry.
Gosh, it's the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
Here's Butler. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Alexander Walker. Conley goes in. Edwards. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Edwards got his second basket of the night.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Outside Curry. Up and over Conley. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards for the lead. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
The Warriors trailing. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Pajemski. All sorts of time, and he comes up with a bucket. Pajemski's got 5 points in the quarter.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. If he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Now here's Edwards. Give him 8. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Oh, the tower with the power move.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's Minnesota leading by 1. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. That's short off the rim.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And now we'll send it over to Allie LaForce for an update on Draymond Green. Allie?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors provided some info for us. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. And to come down with an injury at this point is a huge blow. The last thing he wants is to bow out in the midst of the playoffs. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
And it's healed, missing. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards lays it in.
Oh, boy, look at the quickness to create space. Edwards puts defenders right on their heels.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Fans, give it up for your Warriors Youth team.
For the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Looney. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Pajimski in for Hield. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Conley against Curry. Randle inside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. And it's hammered home by Green.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Now here's Edwards, defended by Pajimski. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Taking 2 shots.
First one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
free throw's good for Edwards.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Curry against Conley. Green with a screen on Conley. The three from Curry. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Edwards got 11 in the second half.
Wow. Edwards almost makes it look effortless. Like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
It's Podziemski on the wing. Green, a screen. 5 to shoot. And there's another one for the Warriors.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. The way I look, I can try to intimidate for the few buckets on this one.
Edwards gets the bucket.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
Conley against Curry. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And this is how you execute. Creating any type of separation is huge right now.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
And glad to hear you one more time for your GS Breakers.
Minnesota has possession. They trail by 3, picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. And that one's off. His 5th miss in 11 tries. Butler passes to Curry. From 10 feet away. Oh, he nails it!
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
All right, man. It's 8-minute time. Get up.
Here's Randall. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Minnesota again missing.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
At the line for two, Stephen Curry.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
And so it's Golden State winning this one. A huge victory for them, knotting this series to 2.
We've got ourselves a series, folks. Neither team with much of an advantage. It's a tight one.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.